Hello, friends. How they turn you into a puppet. The hidden game of narcissistic control. Ever wonder why you sometimes feel like you're not really yourself in a relationship? Like your choices, your feelings, even your words aren't your own. Maybe it's like someone else is pulling the strings and you're just going through the motions. You start out strong, but slowly you find yourself second guessing, apologizing, or walking on eggshells. If this sounds familiar, you are in the right place. In this video, we are breaking down the secret ways narcissists turn you into a puppet, one string at a time. You'll learn to spot the hidden game, cut the cords, and finally get your freedom back. Stick around because your story doesn't have to end with someone else holding the controls. Why do narcissists pull your strings? The secret ways they control you without noticing. How small favors and little requests add up to big control. Ever catch yourself saying yes even when you want to say no? At first, it seems harmless. A favor here, a change of plan there. Most people think they are just being kind. Most people ignore the tug. But it's never just one string. They ask, they nudge, they remind. Not all at once, but little by little. This isn't compromise. It's a slow rewrite of your daily life. When "can you do this for me?" turns into "why didn't you?" That's the shift. One woman told me in a session, he would say, "I just need you to handle this since you are better at it." After a while, I was doing everything. So when you feel stretched thin, pause and ask, who's choosing for you? Your heart or your hand? Here's what most don't see. The more you give, the more you forget how to take back. What happens when you doubt your every move? Narcissists plant seeds of self-doubt. How subtle criticism becomes a trap for your confidence. Is it just feedback, or are you being taught to question yourself? It starts with a joke, a harmless comment. "Are you sure about that?" Most brush it off, laugh along, or shrug. They tease, they compare, they correct. Over time, it's not just one thing. It's 100 tiny cuts. A man once said, she would ask, "Why would you wear that? Or you really think that was a good idea?" I started doubting every choice. It's not about helping you improve. It's about making you lean on them for every answer. Most people try harder to please, but the more you try, the less you trust your own gut. The real game. When you let them be the judge, you stop being yourself. Why do narcissists control how you see others, isolating you from your support? How they make you question friends and family so you only trust them? Ever find yourself pulling away from friends or second guessing your family's advice? It starts with a sigh, then a comment. They don't really get us. They hint, they warn, they worry, always about your circle. One woman told me, he would say, "Your friends just want to see us fail." I started skipping calls, making excuses. It isn't protection, it's a fence. Most people think it's loyalty, but real loyalty doesn't ask you to shrink your word. Here's the twist. The more alone you feel, the tighter their grip becomes. What do narcissists gain by controlling your emotions? Mood swings as manipulation. How they turn your feelings into their favorite weapon. Ever notice how your good days are never just yours? When you're happy, they find a way to bring you down. When you're sad, they make it about them. They sulk, they pout, they explode whenever you're not dancing to their tune. A man shared, she would say, "If you cared, you would know why I'm upset. I would spend hours trying to fix things I didn't break." It's not about emotion, it's about power. Most people blame themselves. But it's not your fault. The trick The more you try to manage their mood, the less you have space for your own. Why do narcissists twist your words? The manipulative art of rewriting your story. How you said becomes, I never said that, and you start to believe it. Ever leave a conversation feeling twisted up, like the facts just changed in front of you? It starts with a simple disagreement. They listen, they nod, but later, your words come back to haunt you. They repeat, they reshape, they retell. A woman confided, he would say, remember? You promised this when I never did. I started doubting my memory. It's not miscommunication. It's rewriting your reality. Most people explain harder, hoping to be understood. But here's what they never expect. When you write your own script, you stop dancing to theirs. What happens when you're always explaining yourself? Walking on eggshells is a warning sign. Hell, justifying everything means you're not free. Is it care or is it control? You notice you're careful with every word, every move. You rehearse text, replay calls, read misunderstandings. They glare, they sigh, they remind you of mistakes, big and small. One man told me, she would say, why didn't you tell me about things that didn't matter? I felt like I was always in trouble. It's not about keeping the peace. It's about keeping you small. Most people apologize more, but real love doesn't need a defense. Here's what separates free from the trapped: the power to stop explaining and start living. Why do narcissists use guilt as a string? The unseen weight that keeps you down. How, after all I've done for you, becomes a chain. Ever catch yourself making decisions just to avoid guilt? They are experts at making you feel like you owe them. They remind, they recall, they replay every favor, every sacrifice, real or imagined. A woman shared, he would say, after everything I've done, this is how you treat me? I feel guilty even when I had not done anything wrong. It's not gratitude, it's a leash. Most people try to make it up, but the more you give, the heavier the weight. The real freedom, seeing guilt for what it is, a string you can cut. What do narcissists get by deciding for you? Loss of choice, loss of self. How? I know what's best takes away your voice. Is it care or are you being managed? You notice big choices get made for you. Where to go, who to see, even what to wear. They suggest, they insist, they decide. A man said she would book trips, makes plans, and just tell me after. My life stopped feeling like mine. It's not partnership, it's a takeover. Most people go along to keep things smooth, but soon you forget what you even want anymore. Here's the truth. When you let someone else call every shot, you stop showing up in your own life. Why is breaking free so hard? Cutting the puppet string for good. How to spot the game, take back your power, and reclaim your life. Is it really love or just fear of being alone? You feel the strings, but cutting them feels impossible. They beg, they plead, they promise to change. Right when you start to pull away. A woman confessed he would cry, say he couldn't live without me. I stayed longer than I should have, just to keep the peace. It's not your job to be someone's puppet. Most people wait for the right time, but there's never a perfect moment. The power move. Start with one small no, but one string. The rest will follow. From here, you become your own master, not because you are unbreakable, but because you choose yourself every day. If you have seen your story in these words, no, you're not alone. And you're not powerless. The first step is recognizing the strengths. The next is learning to snip them one by one. If you're ready to get your life back, to stop dancing to someone else's tune, reach out for help. Book a counseling session with me or with any counselor. The link is below. And if you want more support, hit the join button for early videos, live sessions, and and a safe space where your voice matters. You deserve to be the one calling the shots in your story. This is where you start. And remember, you can and you will heal. Just start today. Thank you.